what up, well, big profit jewel of the day. So, yo, this one I got from Napoleon Hill's Wisdom page on YouTube. Great content, almost daily. So, yo, this guy dropped it so quickly. It was a phrase, it was a sentence, but it was so deep that it was a jewel. And I started thinking about it, and it really changed how I look at so many different situations. I know it would help people if you just look at it and put it in perspective, yo. So the jewel is standards versus feelings. You know, you either choose your feelings or you choose your standards, right? So let's use it for example. What are you going to go with? How you feel or the standard that you're setting for yourself to improve? So the example I would use is working out. Let's say you got a goal. You want to lose weight, right? Or you want to get in better shape. You know what I mean? How do you feel today? You're tired? Are you going to let your feelings win or are you going to let your standards win? Right? You got to choose one or the other. Let's talk about behavior, maturity. Let's talk about self-control. Like, what are you going to do? Is you're going to let them get the best of you and let them have control of you, and your feelings control you, and you not have control over the situation that's going on in your life, and you just crash out and then ruin your future? Or do you have standards for yourself, like, no, I will not behave like this, no, I will not do this, I will not crash out? You know, like, quick tangent, this is the year to crash out dummies. You know what I mean? People are crashing out, ruining their lives every day of the year. Trump's crashing out, Kanye crashing out, Shannon Sharp crashing out. These people are just crashing out. Don't be another crash out dummy. Don't ruin your whole life in a moment. You know what I mean? Have a standard for yourself. Set a standard. You know what I mean? This is the problem, you know. We don't have standards for ourselves. And the only way you can grow and improve and get to be the person that you want to be is by setting a standard and following through. And don't let your feelings change that. You know what I mean? This is where we talk about masculine and feminine energy, and it's not about men or women. We all have masculine and feminine energy, but the masculine energy is about form. You know what I mean? It's not the flow of energy. If you let the flow of energy win, then that's chaotic. But if you have the structure, if you have the rules, if you have the order, you know what I mean? That's how you stay in control. That's how you stay on top. And that's how you stay empowered, you know what I mean? And you can control the power. I mean, you don't want the power to get chaotic, you know, and that's the thing. Feelings can be chaotic unless you understand them, and then you put them in context, right? Feelings are signals, you know, but you don't obey your feelings. You know what I mean? If you obey your feelings are in charge, and that's how people have chaotic lives. That's how people get addicted to things. That's how people wind up in trouble and making bad decisions. It's their feelings. You know, that's how you self-sabotage, right? So set a standard for yourself. We all need standards of conduct. You know, that's why we got HR. You know, these are standards. We can't allow certain behaviors, you know. It will self-sabotage, and will sabotage our society. And this whole thing about society just going with the flow and just like following people's feelings and these fucking participation trophies and all this bullshit. Nah, there needs to be a standard. You know what I mean? There needs to be a level that we're aspiring to, that we reach up to. It shouldn't. The world doesn't meet you where you're at. You meet it where it's at, where the world needs you to be. You know what I mean? So you grow to that. You know what I mean? If you're doing, like, you're operating in business, what is this guy doing? You're a businessman. You do what you meet the needs of the market. The market doesn't meet your needs. And when you do that, the world is a better place because of the people that meet the needs of the market. You I mean, that's why you got a Jeff Bezos so successful, and that's why you got Amazon dropping packages all over the world faster than the rest of these couriers and everything, because this guy met the needs of the marketplace. That's why he's one of the richest people in the world. You understand me? So don't be out here wondering why shit doesn't work for you. Why don't be hating on people that are so successful. You know what I mean? You gotta understand how these things work. These are the standards, and if you could run it up within these standards and the universal principles, like that's as simple as that, man. You gotta understand how these things work and work within those equations, and then that's how you get better. But if you don't, guess what? You're violating the laws. And that's why this shit don't work for you, and that's why it could be critical or detrimental to your health or your well-being and the well-being of others. You know what I mean? As simple as that. But things get complicated when we lose sight of the basics, the fundamentals. So set a standard for yourself. Standards versus feelings. Pick one. You only get to choose one in every situation, everything you do. You understand me? So yeah, think about that. Marinate on that. I hope that helps you as much as it's helping me. I'm using this every day. Peace and love.